Good morning, good morning, good morning, Reverend Dr. Mary Whitney here for our 271st day together. Yes. And the topic I chose for today's message is unlocking who you were meant to be. Yes. How do I find out what I was called to be? One of the first things I do is pay attention to what comes naturally to me. What is that thing that I would continue doing even if nobody wrote me a paycheck? What do I talk about when nobody has asked me to? What problem do I naturally want to solve? What do people consistently come to me for? And perhaps an even more interesting question is, if I had my own television show, what would I talk about every day? I want us to sit up straight. I want us to give ourselves a gentle hug. And I want us to take 3 deep breaths together. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Yes. I wanted to say that. Excuse me. What would I want the audience to understand before the show ended? That is, if I had my own television show. Sometimes the clues or our purpose are hidden inside the things that we repeatedly return to. But I want to practice epistemic humility here. Just because something comes naturally to us, do we automatically mean it is our calling? Natural ability is a clue, not necessarily the complete answer. So perhaps we can use this opportunity to say, my interests plus my abilities plus my values and my service plus when I discipline myself, possibility and purpose comes into existence. And then we test it. Does it help somebody? Does it align with my values? Can I develop the skill? Can I remain committed when it becomes difficult? Can it become sustainable? Those are questions that we must ask ourselves. That brings me to something else I have been thinking about. How do people become financially successful? We often hear conversations about the poor mindset, the middle class mindset, the rich mindset. But I believe we should be careful. Poverty is not simply a mindset. Being born without property, inheritance, financial connections, or resources creates real structural disadvantages. And the world knows that. At the same time, financial knowledge, habits, discipline, relationships, education, opportunity, and decision making can influence what happens next. So right, instead of believing that a mindset keeps you from opportunity or labeling people, perhaps we should look at financial behaviors and access to opportunity. We could think about it this way: knowledge plus opportunities plus resources plus habits plus time plus consistency equal greater possibility in anybody's life. But notice the word I used, possibility, not a guarantee. There are people who work incredibly hard and still struggle. Some people receive advantages they did not create themselves. Some people build wealth slowly, and some people lose wealth and have to rebuild. So becoming successful cannot simply mean copying someone else's life. It's not that simple. It means learning how to understand your own circumstances and make the best decisions available to you. And that leads me back to you. Who are you? What matters most to you? Ask yourself that. What do you know? What don't you know yet? What skills could you develop? What resources are already available to you? Who could learn from you? What financial habits need to change? And what is one thing we can begin doing today? Maybe striking it rich isn't your first goal. Maybe the first goal is becoming more capable, more knowledgeable, more disciplined, and more intentional. Because sometimes success begins long before money arrives. One opportunity, one break, one moment can change your life. Capacity plus consistency plus competence plus opportunity equals growth. That is a different way of looking at success. So I want to challenge you today, this day, not tomorrow, not next week, not a year from now. I mean right now. Don't simply ask, how can I become rich? Ask, how can I become the person who knows how responsibility handle greater opportunity when it comes? How does responsibility handle greater opportunity when it comes? Ask yourself that. And then ask, what can I learn today that my future self will be grateful I learned? You see, knowledge is power, and no one can take away your knowledge once you have it. Your skills, they're worth money, but you have to utilize them, right? You do not have to come from wealth to begin building wisdom. You do not have to inherit property to begin building skills. You do not have to know everything to begin learning something. And you do not have to become somebody else to discover who you are. And so your assignment today, guys, is very simple. Study yourself. Yes, you matter. Pay attention to what energizes you. Pay attention to what you do repeatedly. Pay attention to the problems you naturally want to solve. Then begin developing those abilities with discipline. You may discover the door you have been searching for is connected to something you have been carrying all along. I want to thank you to each and every one of you who have subscribed, who have liked, who have shared this YouTube message with others. I am doing 271 days in a row as of today on purpose to be a difference in your life, so you think about and reflect on some of the things I'm sharing. These are skills and tools that I've used over 25, 30 years in the field doing the work. I mean, not easy work either, hard work. inside corrections. 14 years I volunteered, just like I'm volunteering bringing you this message today. It's about letting everyone know you matter, whether you have someone close to you in your life or not saying it. I'm saying it to you right now. You matter. And until we matter more to ourselves than we matter to someone else, nothing may change. If we change nothing, nothing will ever change. So change something today on purpose, because you have a purpose to exist in this world. And you have many gifts that just come naturally. Use them, practice them. It will make a difference. Go hard at your thing I call the game of life. You've got this. I love you. I care about you. I'm going to ask that we take 3 more deep breaths together. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One last breath in. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Thank you so much again for being with us and for sowing 271 days into your own life. It matters. There will be a change in your life next year, especially. You will see. You will keep a new habit, and that is seeing yourself. I wanted to say, who am I? Ask yourself, who am I becoming? And what am I doing today that can help that person emerge? You've got this. I love you. I care about you. Be safe. We will see you on day 272 tomorrow, the Lord willing, headed for 365 days in a row. I made the commitment to myself, and I've also made it to you. You matter. Bye-bye.